Hello everyone. So this is my mum's 2001 Freelander Td4. So she rung me up the other day and she says, "Thomas, my car's knocking again over bumps." So I crawled straight underneath it, went for the anti-roll bar drop links, which are prone on the Phase 1 Freelanders. Now I've fitted at least 6 or 7 to the front end of this Freelander. No matter what brand you get, they don't last. So the last ones I fitted when I looked at the receipt was 2016. So they've done quite well actually. So because they're prone, I'm going to do a quick video on how to replace them. So you're better off checking them when the weight of the car is how it is now. So the weight of the car is actually on wheels. Get underneath or put it on some car ramps, grab the anti-roll bar and lift it up and down. If there's play there, that's what the knocking noise is. I'm going to cut that now to a video driving the car so you can actually hear how bad it actually sounds. So we're just sat in the car now. I'm going to try and make it do it just on the driveway, because when the knock makes itself present, it is very loud. It sounds like the wheels falling off or something. So see if it'll do it. That's the knock. Now if you go over like a speed bump or a pothole, it's really loud. So you can hear it quite clear. So the camera doesn't pick it up as good as what you can hear it in the car. If you hit a speed bump or a little pothole, it sounds like the wheel's going to fall off. It's really, really bad. So I'm going to get it up in the air now, take the wheels off, and show you how to check them properly. Now if you check the anti-roll bars and there's no play there, now's a good time to check all your steering. So just side by side, up and down, and also spin the wheels just to check the wheel bearings are nice and quiet. If you put your hand on the spring will vibrate if there's any rough wheel bearings, so it's a telltale sign just to check. That one's okay. There's no play in any of the ball joints on the steering and suspension. I'm just going to take the wheels off now and then I'll show you the drop links. Got it on the action stands now. So this little rod here is called an anti-roll bar drop link. So you've got a ball joint at the top which mounts to the shock absorber and a ball joint at the bottom that mounts to the anti-roll bar. The grease inside goes dry over time and wears out the ball joint. The way to check, as I said earlier, it's better if the weight is on the car, but I can't show you how to check them, so they should be alright actually. But grab the anti-roll bar and you can probably see and hear the amount of play. So looking at that, it's in the top ball joint there, Yeah, it is. So you imagine as you're going over bumps, your suspension's going up and down, and especially sharp bumps. You can hear that really clear actually. So that, the shock of that goes through the anti-roll bar and onto the subframe, which is why it sounds a lot worse than it actually is. So they need to be replaced. There's this one that'll play on both sides as well, so you can imagine the noise it's making. So to change, turn the steering on full lock. I think that's a 19mm. Yep, that's a 19. So all I'm going to do is clean the threads up. I'll show you on the new one. This is the new drop link. On the back there's usually two little notches either side so you can get a spanner behind. Now on the genuine ones there isn't these notches, so the genuine ones can be a bit of a pain to get off. But because these are aftermarket, spanner on, socket on the end, and because I grease the threads as well, they should come off nice and easy. That goes to show if you grease everything when you fit it, if you ever need to take it back off, the threads are fine. What happens most of the time is the nut actually locks on the threads and spins the full shaft. That's why these little cutouts are handy for a spanner. So that come off really, really easy. Push down the anti-roll bar and remove. You can see now that ball joint is absolutely shot. So same as before, copper grease around the threads and the bottom one. Then if these wear out, which is guaranteed on a Freelander, they should be easy to change. Stick that one up. Oh, you can feel how tight these ball joints are. Push the anti-roll bar down, just so you can push the thread through. Now the top one's not a lock nut. We should be able to screw that one our way down. This one is a lock nut, so I'll probably have to hold the back with the spanner. Top one tight. Just tighten the bottom one now. See if I can do it without spinning the shaft. Get my hand out of the way. That's tight enough. Don't need to be mega tight, just hand tight's fine. And that's how to replace an anti-roll bar drop link on the Freelander. So that's both sides done now. Just bob the wheels back on and take it for a road test. One thing to note, if you have that type of locking wheel nut fitted, that's the socket to fit it when the light decides to come on. Don't over tighten it, because these little pins are very weak, they break off, so just nip it instead of torquing it up to the correct torque setting. So I've got the torque wrench. I always set it to 115 Newton meters on the Freelanders. On the auto data it said 110 to 125. 115 suffice. Locking wheel nut, I do at 90. There you go, just nip it, because if they break, then you've got to try and get that nut off without a locking wheel nut. Covers back on. And that's it. So just left to do now is just road test it. Just taking the car back to my mum now. I'll drop it off at her work. Might as well, because it's a road test. So far we're on smooth roads at the minute. As soon as we get into the village there's plenty of bumps to try. So far there's not made a noise, not coming out the drive or anything. There's some bumps here from our quality British roads. Nothing. So the job itself took me about 40 minutes, and that's including setting the camera up. So if you did this without having to mess about with the camera, a good half hour and it's done. That is if the drop links come off. Now sometimes they can be a real pain, the cam drop links, so because I've had them off before and I covered them with copper grease on the threads, it was an easy job. But that's how to replace them, and I hope it helps you out. There'll be a lot more Freelander content coming soon. subscribe, give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.